I was crouched behind my kitchen island at 3:24 a.m., clutching a knife so hard my knuckles turned white, listening to someone methodically trying each of my keys in my front door lock. A scrape of metal against metal. Pause. Another key. Scrape. Pause. They had all my keys, including the spare I'd hidden under the fake rock by my porch. The spare that had been silently warning me for days. Let me explain how I got here, because what happened next was even worse. It started exactly 8 days ago. I'd locked myself out after a late shift at the hospital. I'm an ER nurse and had to call a locksmith at 2 a.m. $175 later. I decided to hide a spare key outside. Nothing obvious, one of those fake rocks from Home Depot tucked behind a potted plant on my porch. It seemed like a reasonable solution at the time. 3 days later, I noticed something odd. The rock wasn't where I'd left it. Just slightly off, maybe 3 inches to the left. I figured I'd bumped it while watering the plants, so I moved it back. But here's the thing I still can't explain. I took a picture of it with my phone, just to be sure. I live alone in a small house at the end of a quiet street. It's not isolated, but my neighbors are an elderly couple on one side and a vacant rental property on the other. I've always felt safe here, until now. The next morning, I checked the rock before leaving for work, just a quick glance. Everything looked normal, but when I got home at 7:43 p.m. and checked again, my stomach dropped. The rock was moved, exactly 3 inches to the left. I pulled up yesterday's photo to confirm, no doubt about it. Someone had been on my porch. Someone knew about my key. I told myself it could be anything: wind, animals, the neighborhood kids. I moved the rock back and drew a tiny pencil mark on the porch beside it. Then I checked my doors and windows. Twice that night I barely slept. Every creak made my heart pound. Kept my bedroom door locked and my phone in my hand. At 4:17 a.m., I heard a noise on the porch. Just a soft scraping sound, then nothing. I didn't look. Morning came. The rock was moved again, 3 inches to the left of my pencil mark. This wasn't random. This was deliberate. I texted my friend Megan. Think someone's been on my porch. Probably nothing. I didn't want to sound paranoid. She responded, "Set up your phone as a security camera." Smart. I downloaded a security app and positioned my old phone to record the porch. Then I went to work, jumping every time someone walked behind me. My shift ended at 6. I sat in my car for 10 minutes, just staring at my house, looking for anything unusual. Nothing seemed off. I checked the recorded footage as soon as I got inside. For hours of nothing. Then at 2:14 p.m. the video showed static, then jumped ahead to 3:22 p.m. Someone had interfered with the recording, and the rock was moved again. I called the police. Officer Brennan arrived 30 minutes later. He was polite but dismissive. No signs of attempted entry. No fingerprints on the rock. Probably kids messing around the same distance every day, I asked. And what about the video interference? This could be signal issues. He handed me his card. Call if anything else happens. Maybe get a real security system. I didn't sleep that night. Instead, I removed the key from the rock and brought it inside. Then I ordered 3 security cameras on Amazon. Next day delivery. The next morning, the empty rock was moved again. 3 inches to the left. They knew the key was gone. My hands shook as I installed the cameras. One facing the porch, one at the back door, one in my living room. The app pinged my phone whenever they detected motion. I felt safer, until 12:47 p.m., when all 3 cameras went offline simultaneously. I was at work when it happened. For missed notifications, then nothing. I called my neighbor, Mr. Abernathy. "Could you check my porch? Just look if anything seems disturbed. Nothing unusual, dear." But there was a utility truck down the street earlier. Working on the lines, a chill ran through me. Utility workers can access homes easily. People trust them. I left work early, drove by the vacant house next door first. A white van was parked in the driveway. No company logo. There's no one around. My cameras came back online as I pulled into my driveway. It's convenient timing. Inside, nothing seemed disturbed, but everything felt wrong. The air smelled different, like someone else's cologne. It's faint, but there. I checked every room, every closet, nothing, until I opened my medicine cabinet. My prescriptions were in the exact same order, but the bottle of Ambien was turned slightly. Label facing a different direction than I always keep it. Someone had been inside my house. I grabbed essential items and drove to Megan's apartment, filed another police report. Officer Brennan still looked skeptical, but agreed to patrol my street overnight. Is there anyone who might want to scare you? Ex-boyfriend? Patient from the hospital? There was one person, Jason. I'd ended things 3 months ago, after he showed up at my workplace unannounced. Twice. But he'd moved to Seattle for a job. It couldn't be him. I stayed at Megan's for 2 nights. Cameras showed nothing unusual at my house. The rock didn't move. On the 3rd day, I decided to go home. Megan thought I was overreacting. Maybe I was. I changed all my locks first. Had a security company install a proper alarm system. Felt safe enough to sleep in my own bed again. At 3:14 a.m., my phone buzzed with a text from an unknown number. The blue key goes to your back door. The silver one is for your bedroom. I looked at my keys on the nightstand. Blue for the back door, silver for my bedroom. Then my security system app pinged. Motion detected on the front porch. I grabbed my phone and silently slipped into the kitchen, grabbed a knife, and crouched behind the island. That's when I heard it. Keys jingling. What? Then the sound of metal against metal as someone tried each key in my front door. I dialed 911, whispering my address. The dispatcher told me police were 4 minutes away. The keys stopped jingling. Footsteps moved around to the back of the house. More metallic sounds. A different lock being tested. The security system didn't go off. Somehow, they'd disabled it. 3 minutes until police arrived. A soft thud from my bathroom window. The small one I sometimes left cracked open for ventilation. 2 minutes rustling sounds inside the house now, moving closer. 1 minute. The kitchen light flipped on. Hey, Sarah. Jason stood there, holding a ring of keys. My keys. The ones I'd just changed. How did I started? Your locksmith. The one you called when you got locked out last week. That was me. I've been watching you for months. Headlights flashed through the window as police pulled up. Jason smiled. I'll be back when they're gone. I always come back. They arrested him, breaking and entering, stalking, terroristic threatening. But here's what keeps me awake every night. 3 months later, in my new apartment 2 states away. The day after they arrested Jason, the fake rock on my porch moved again, 3 inches to the left. He wasn't working alone. Yesterday I noticed the potted plant by my new front door had been shifted slightly, just 3 inches to the left. I never told anyone where I moved.